All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the WFO Racing League's Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series. We are live in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Got a pretty good car count tonight. Good looking field out there, some really pretty race cars. We're going to go over the starting lineup for you. Starting on the pole tonight, none other than the 42 of John Houston. Outside on the front row would be Wade Houston. Both of them were strong in the trucks last night. Starting second row inside, we had the number 62 of Sean Dorr. Outside of him is going to be the 75 of Jeff Gilmore. Third row inside, we got our points leader, the number 9 of Aiden Young. Starting outside of him is going to be the 55 of Mark Love. Fourth row inside, the 44 of Robbie Otti, which is normally one of our broadcasters. Starting outside of him is going to be Brian Kaufman in the 21. We are live in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Thomas Cristiano is going to bring up the inside of the next row in the number 58. Outside of him is going to be David Moody in the number 88. Starting on the pole tonight. Then we got Steve K. Blankenship running my number for me tonight in the number 14. He's going to be starting 11th. Starting 12th outside of him is going to be John Sinu driving the number 6 Chevrolet tonight. Starting second row inside, we have the number 6. Then we got Hal Amy starting in the 13th position, driving the number 3 car. Outside of him, we got Richard Springer in the 91. And that's going to do it for our field tonight. Fourth row inside, the 44 of Robbie Otti, which is normally one of our... All right, Nation, what do you think? What kind of field we got going on here, buddy?
You know me, buddy. I'm going with the number 3 car.
He's going to go with the number 3.
Always the number 3.
Riding on the Hal Amy skirt tonight.
I see the 14 out there, but that ain't you, so got to go with the number 3.
I loaned my number out tonight. I'm hoping it'll bring that driver some good luck, but we're gonna find out here. They got 167 laps around this mile-and-a-half oval at Las Vegas. We got your favorite with Hal Amy. I got to stick with my teammate, that number 42 of John Houston.
What kind of caution count are you thinking?
We're green flag, Nation. We're green right now.
Oh, I didn't have it online.
A little bit of a checkup on that outside lane. Looks like they're going to get it straightened out here. A couple of them back there bouncing around, but we're off to the races. John Houston showing them around on this first lap. Actually, it's going to be the 32 of Wade Houston showing them around. John Houston's running second to him. So John Houston started on. Oh, we got one in the grass. That's going to be the 62 of Sean Dorr.
Yep. Caution.
Looks like he's... Oh, we did get a caution out of it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're under caution here. It's going to be our first caution, and they come in a hurry on lap 2. So we'll get back with you right after this caution. All right, drivers, we're getting ready to go green right here on our restart. Lap number 6. John Houston bringing him to green in that 42 car. Wade Houston on his outside. Looked like they got a pretty clean start there, Nation. What are you seeing?
That's exactly what I'm seeing. It's they're not getting crazy. They're not. They might have calmed down after one caution.
You can look at that 9 of Aiden Young. He's going for it early. He's underneath the 32 of Wade Houston here, and he's working on the back bumper of the 42. Aiden Young, the points leader, showing a lot of strength here early in this one. He's not wasting any time. He wants to retain that points lead and show these guys what he's got. It's a pretty good battle we got going on up front. 4 cars there. Throw them under a blanket, maybe 5, maybe 6 now. They're starting to stack it up. What do you think is going to be the best way around here?
Oh, wow. When I was running it was...
the 42 might have got the wall a bit there.
When I was running it, it was...
Are you still there? I think we might have some technical difficulties on our commentator's part there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you cut out for a minute there, so we couldn't hear what you said.
Okay. No, I was just saying when I was running this track, it's actually the first time I ever ran this track, and I couldn't find a good way around it. And Hal Amy showed me some tips and tricks, and it was a little better, a little more off the throttle than I thought it would be.
Were you running the top or the bottom, or where were you running?
I was running the top.
Yeah, we got the 42 of John Houston working on the outside, the top side of the 32 of Wade Houston right here for the lead. I'll tell you that that 44 is starting to come on here after getting a few laps on the tires.
Yes, he is.
It's going to be Robert Oddie driving the 44 tonight. Running the Napa colors out there.
Now, if I remember correctly, he stayed out on that caution, didn't he?
Yeah, I do believe he did. I don't think he took it down pit road, so he's got a few more laps than that guy right behind him driving that 62 car. That's going to be Mr. Sean Dorr. Beautiful paint scheme those old school cars got on them tonight.
They are very nice, all 3 of them.
They all 3 match. They're just beautiful paint schemes. He's got Mark Love working to his high side. Mark Love looked like he might have got a little frisky with the wall there on that back straightaway.
I see how Amy's looking.
I'll tell you right now, that's not a wall to be playing around with. You don't want to flirt with it too much because it will smack you.
Yeah, it's not going to move.
Now we're going to go back and look at the paint job on that 3 car. I wonder who did that.
Man, I don't know, but that is awesome.
That is a good looking car. I love the scallop flames going down it. Hal looks like he's holding his own back there. He's running in the top 10 right now, 9th position. That looks like we got one caution out of the way, and these guys are getting settled down and going to take us on a pretty long green flag run here.
I hope so, because, like, you know, a bunch of cautions makes for a boring race.
Now we got one looking underneath the Hal here.
He went right by him.
I think Hal might let a couple of them go here still early in the race. 167 laps is a long ways to go, so I don't think he's in any hurry right now.
Did he pit this time?
Yes, I do believe he did. Meanwhile, back up here in the 7th position, we got a pretty good race going on for 5th, 6th, and 7th. This is for the top 5. Sean Dorr working the outside of the racetrack. The 55 of Mark Love working more towards the bottom. And you can see that run the 62 gets down the straightaway coming off that outside line.
Hal's sideways. He saved it.
Sideways isn't the way you want to point it here.
No, but he saved it. He lost 2 spots, but he saved it.
Car looks pretty clean still. I think if he got into anything, he might have got the back end on the outside wall just slightly, but
he just caught the grass a little and kind of got a little squirrely on him.
Oh, looks like the 42 had a little bit of a connection issue there. I seen him blink a little. Up front still hasn't changed much. We got the 42 of John Houston, followed by the 32 of Wade Houston. And right behind them is the 9 of Aiden Young. And I think in fourth there we still have the 44 of Robert Oddie.
Yeah, Robert's running pretty good today.
Looks like these top 4 are keeping each other in check.
But you got to remember, Robert has older tires now.
The real racing is behind them. When you get to this 5th place car, Mark Love working around the 21 of Brian Kaufman. Brian driving another beautiful paint job in that Budweiser scheme. I really like that paint scheme on that car.
Yeah, that is a really nice one. It's as a guy that makes paints, that's a hard one to make.
I'll tell you, Sean Dorr kind of took advantage of those two battling a little bit. He got around the 21 of Kaufman as well and has his sights set on the 55. We definitely got some good racing going on out here. Back on through the field a little bit. Next one back, I see the 91 of Richard Springer. He's got a little bit of gap between himself, the front pack, and the pack behind him, but it looks like that 58 might be setting a beat on him now.
Byrne, as a skilled driver on this track, what would be your line around this track early on?
Where are you getting a skilled driver at?
You.
I
ain't gonna lie to these people.
I'm a fan of running the bottom around this track. I seem to be able to get down there and save my tires a little bit more, and on the long run that seems to work out for me better. So if it's me out there, I'm probably going to be bottom feeding on the bottom of the track.
I couldn't get any speed down there.
Well, it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of consistency. Ooh, we got the 58 loose and up by the wall, but he's able to collect it and keep it together here. As we're watching the 75 of Mr. Jeff Gilmore. I'm surprised Jeff's back this far. I expected him to be a little faster based on what I seen him do in the truck and the K&N car.
Not a bad driver at all.
And there's our buddy and part-time commentator with us, Mr. Greg Rourke. Greg's just taking care of his equipment. Looks like he's having him a nice, easy Uber kind of drive here, Nation.
A whole lot easier than his real Uber drives.
I don't know if that car would qualify for Uber. I don't believe it has a back seat in it.
Well, from some of Greg's stories, it would absolutely have to have a back seat.
Yeah. Back here on the 3-car, Mr. Hal Amy again. He looks like he's in a little bit of cluster of a few cars here. Hal looks like he's doing what he can to hang on to it, Nation.
Keep doing it, man. That's my horse.
He's wheeling it. He's feeling it and wheeling it. He's got the 13 about ready to be all over his bumper. It looks like he's getting loose coming off the corner. Was he complaining about that to you in practice, any?
No, he didn't say anything about it. No, he didn't say anything.
That car looks very unstable off the corner, so that's why I was wondering.
Well, he's only had this car for 3 or 4 weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah, it hasn't been real long that he's been driving it. He's definitely a rookie in the Cup car. He's picking up pretty fast. Behind him on track, where we got the 13 of Mr. Joseph Andewar III. Here's a guy that's learning. He's a true rookie right here, David Moody. But getting out here on the track and making laps is how you learn it.
Yeah, that's my problem. I get out there and make laps, and I get frustrated.
I'll tell you, his car's pretty clean. It don't look like he's been putting it in the wall or anything, so it looks like he's picking up on this Cup car pretty quickly.
They're pretty well spread out now, right?
Yeah, they got it pretty spread out now, the field did. Well, we've been green for some laps now. We've had a pretty nice green flag run since that first and only caution of the race there on lap 2.
What can they pit? I mean,
we got a car spun down on the inside there. It's going to be no caution. I didn't get a chance to catch who that was. It's going to be the 88 of David Moody. We were just on him and talking about him, and he's going to loop it around there and get a little bit of damage from it. Meanwhile, up front, we got the 42 of John Houston being haunted by that 32 of Wade Houston. These two are matching each other's lap times. This is one heck of a race up front. I'm very surprised on lap 30 of 167 that they're pushing it this hard and going after each other like that, but they're definitely pushing those cars right now. Looks like they're both running the same line in the corner, running up in that higher side of the racetrack. This track is really hard to pass. When you try to get underneath of somebody, the car wants to get too tight on you off the corner. And when you get right up behind them, you get arrow tight.
When you come off that corner, how close do you really need to be to that wall?
Well, if you're gaining any kind of speed, you're going to be up by that wall when you exit that corner.
I'm watching some of these guys, and there's just inches in between them and the wall.
Yeah, that's when you're getting everything you can out of it off of exit. If you're not up by the wall off exit, you're probably not carrying enough speed off the corner. That's probably a good telltale sign that you're not fast enough. This is the best battle on the racetrack right now. Wade Houston is closed all the way up to John Houston's bumper, and he's going underneath of him on the inside here. The question is, can he make it stick? You can see that 42 of John Houston working the outside. The 42 outside line is going to get a little better run off the corner here. The 32 does still have a nose under him. 32 is going to try him down here in 3 and 4 again. Just not going to get it done. That 42 is too strong off the corner on that outside line. Nation, what do you think about the racing up front here?
Well, I've been watching the kind of the middle of the field here, but I'm actually surprised with Robert Oddie. He's doing better than I thought he was doing. When I talked to him before, he just sounded antsy. He sounded, like he really.
Mr. Oddie's definitely got the car up in the top 5 still. And it's still pointed in the right direction, so those are all good signs.
It's still pointed north.
Right behind our leaders, we have all by itself the number 9 of Aiden Young, who is our points leader coming into tonight. Aiden is actually our points leader not only in the Cup, but in the K&N Series as well.
Aiden's, I tell you what, he's a real good kid. He's, for being as young as he is, he knows what he's doing.
He definitely understands racing, and he can certainly wheel one of these machines around here. I think the Cup cars presented a bit more of a challenge from him coming up from our K&N Series, but he's getting it figured out really quickly.
He surprised me because I thought there would be a little bit of a learning curve, and I think he's just been practicing the whole time.
Yeah, he's ran Cup cars, hit and miss, different places, so he does have a little bit of experience in him coming into here. I think he might be even saving his equipment. He's really good at that. Maybe he's going to save it and come after him later.
Is that what you would do?
This early in the race, I'm not going to tear my tires off, no. We got the 62 of Sean Dorr there. Sean's car's still looking real good and clean. I don't see a lot of damage on it. Looks like Adi might be falling back a little bit now. Well, it's still showing him in the top 5. I think some of these guys might be making green flag stops and going around them.
Well, how many laps can you go here with?
Well, they're running 70% fuel, and at 100% fuel last night, we were able to go about 53 laps in the truck. So they should hit 40, roughly around 40 laps or so.
And Adi didn't pit, so he's on 38 laps.
While we were way on those other cars, oh, we got second place car, the 42 of John Houston.
Oh, there he goes, Adi. Adi just got tapped.
Yeah, he had some cars running around him that. Yeah, I see him wrecking down pit road right now. Looks like he's going to
he got tapped.
Pointed the right way. He's probably going to need a black flag cleared for that pit road entrance there, if I had to guess.
I'd say he's sliding in there.
Back on the 42 of John Houston. He got passed by Wade Houston in the 32 car just before he come down pit road. That may have been his decision to pit. He might have had too much of those tires.
So we're thinking. Go ahead.
Well, I think they probably are pitting close to their fuel window. I mean, they've had 38 laps on those. Well, actually, he had 40 laps on this tank and tires there.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm going to be correct. It's going to be somewhere in the low 40s, around 42 or 43 laps that they can run on fuel. After we cycle through these pit stops, we got a brand new leader, Nation. We got that beautiful number 62 of Sean Dorr up front.
It is a good-looking car.
Sean's enjoying a 2.566 second lead right now over his Shane Gross. And I believe Shane is his teammate. He is. There he is in Old School's number 41. You can see John
both
Houston.
Coming in.
You can see John Houston with those fresh tires blowing around those guys right now.
But would you do that right off the bat?
On fresh tires?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make up as much ground as you can.
You wouldn't be worried about burning your equipment up?
Now, you can back it down soon enough to still take care of your tires, so I'd definitely put down a few glycerin laps here. Have to see where John's at on the board here. I think we've got some cars that stayed out, showing John in the top 5. Either they stayed out or they pitted early. John's going around the 62 right now of Sean Dorr. He's going to clear him pretty easy, so I'm going to say those fresher tires on the 32 and the 42 are starting to work here, because if you look coming up behind John in a hurry, that 32 of Wade Houston. Wade's got a solid race car tonight.
I don't think they've all pitted yet, though. Do you?
Nah, I'm pretty sure about all of them would have to be down pit road. Maybe the only exceptions to that are the ones that come in and pitted under that first caution there.
Right.
I don't think my ticker board's keeping up there, Nation.
I got the one turned on, the iRacing one.
What's it telling you?
Right now, I can see seventh is 21, Brian Kaufman. Eighth is Aiden Young. Ninth is Thomas Cristiano. 10th
Who's
is
it show the
Shane
leader
Gross.
is?
I have to wait for it to cycle around here. Give me just a second. Show me Hal Annie's in 16th. It'd be the 75 of Jeff Gilmore. And then John Houston, Wade Houston, Brian Kaufman, Aiden Young. That's your top 5.
Oh, there we go. The camera, having a little bit of camera issues here. It's just getting these things figured out. I was looking for that 75 of Jeff Gilmore. I found him now. He's got pretty heavy damage on that right front there. Yeah, and
now
as I
showing
see,
me the 42's number 1.
John Houston, Wade Houston, and Brian Kaufman have all got around him. He must have had some issues there. Back up front, we got a battle for the lead again. The 42 and the 32 seem to be the class of the field, at least for the first 47 laps here. 32's underneath the 42 right now. Might get that high side, low side battle for a few laps here.
Oh.
Maybe the 42 is going to do the crossover move. It's like John Houston's going to put it back underneath the Wade Houston here. Houston on the bottom. Wade Houston on the top. The 32 is going to prevail off that top side on the corner. This has really been one of the closest races on the track tonight.
Yeah, it has. But these guys, they're getting a little separation now.
Yeah, the field's sorted out. I mean, we've already went through one green flag pit stop, so these guys are getting sorted out. I'll tell you one of the ones that's surprising tonight, and that's the 21 of Brian Kaufman, seeing him in the Cup car up here in the top 5, really having a solid run in that Budweiser car.
He's not a shabby driver. I mean, he can wheel.
Well, he's definitely wheeling the Cup car tonight. After he come back from vacation, fresh off vacation, I just wasn't expecting him to be up on the wheel like that. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to come around. Next car behind him in line is going to be the 58 of Thomas Cristiano. And that's another one of those old schools paint jobs.
Yep.
Those cars are really easy to identify on the racetrack.
I think that's why Sean Dorr did that.
Well, Sean Dorr's coming up behind him on fresh tires here, and he's flying right now.
I've seen a lot of Sean's paints, and they're very impressive.
Oh, we had a spinner back there. Got down into the inside
caution.
wall. We got a caution. That's going to be the 55 of Mark Love. Like he just got into the wall and lost it there.
Yeah, can't. I didn't see that.
I'm going to try to back up to it real quick. Trying to see what happens to the 55 here, Mr. Love. Now he just gets in the wall and outside wall and then slams it into the inside wall and spins it around a few times there. Luckily, he didn't take anyone else with him on that one. It's just unfortunate for him. As we go live back here with the 3-car Hal Amy. Going to give you guys a little audio break while we're under caution here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with WFO Racing League's Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Sin City Nation.
Lost wages.
Who do you think gambled on that pit stop? Any gamblers? Maybe 2 tires, maybe no tires, fuel only? What do we got going on? What do you think?
No way I would do 2 tires. I mean, that if they did 2 tires, they're asking for trouble.
I'm the same way. You're giving me 4, and I'm out the door with it.
Right.
All right. We're getting ready to go here. That 32 is going to take us to lead them off here. It's going to be Wade Houston in the 32 car. John Houston starting right outside of him, and they're green flag racing right now. John Houston got one hell of a start on that outside.
Great start. They're getting a little bit close.
Looks like that 32 Wade Houston's going to fight back on the bottom here. They're definitely racing hard. It'll look like either one of them's going to give an inch, and they're not holding nothing back right now.
No, they're door to door.
Clean air is so important here that you're going to race hard because you want to get that front spot and get that clean air on the front of that car.
So he's doing what I was doing, taking that high line.
He's making it work for him right now. Wade Houston's going to fall in line behind him, but look at the 9 of Aiden Young. Aiden getting a great run on these guys.
Oh, you never count Aiden out. He's a phenomenon, I think.
This has been the really these first 3 cars have been our first 3 for most of the race. I can tell you right now that 32's giving that 42 a little bit of a waxing on that bumper.
Giving him the chrome horn.
A little bit there, maybe pushing him a little. That's just bump drafting. Get on that 62 of Sean Dorr again. He's ran these guys down off after this restart. He's looking like he's pretty hungry too. Sticking his nose underneath of the number 9 of Aiden Young here.
Is there 4 of those old school cars out there?
I believe there's 3 of them.
I'm seeing 4.
Well, then there's probably 4. I probably missed one earlier. This race up front's a 4-car battle, and it's looking pretty good, Nation.
Yeah, and the last one in the 4 cars is an old school car, and then go back behind them, there's 3 more of them.
Well, then there's 3 more of them, plus him. That's 4.
I can math.
I can math as well. I see all 3 of them back there together now, and then he's the 4th one up here, so you are correct. Those drivers are going to be Sean Dorr, Thomas Cristiano. What's our new one that come in tonight? Shane Gross.
Yes.
And the 00 of Tony Gray is going to be your 4 old school motorsports cars. Old schools. Look at the run that 62 is getting on the back of that 9 car.
He's
bringing it right now. He's sending it.
I hope he don't send it.
Hashtag send it in the corner. I'm not so sure these guys are being very conservative with their tires.
It doesn't. Well, the ones I think, the way I look at it, the ones that go low all the time, it seems like they're going to burn the tires up quicker.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, you're going to use them you're going to use them pretty much on any part of this racetrack. This car's just got a lot of horsepower, and it's wanting to shove the tires across the pavement in the corner. So I'd really, running high or low, I don't think it matters. What matters is how soon you get out of the gas and how much you give up in the corner, how easy you are on the car.
When you're in in between 3 and 4, are you feathering the gas?
It depends on the setup. I mean, last night in the truck series, you could go the first 3 or 4 laps and just keep the thing glued to the floor. These cars, you can't do that. They got way too much horsepower, so they're not going to allow it. Looks like that 32 is letting that 42 lead right now. He hasn't given him an inch.
I got a sneaky feeling he's just playing with him.
Yeah, he's jiving, looking low right here. Got a good run on the inside. It's the 32 of Wade Houston. He's going to clear him going into the corner. It's like John Houston's going to peek back to the inside, maybe look at that crossover. John looks to have a pretty good run on the inside, but it doesn't look like he's going to clear him down here in 3 and 4.
Oh, they're getting close.
Oh, I might have spoke too soon. He's going to clear him on the front stretch here, right in the tri-oval. Now
They're
Wade
getting too
Houston's going to
close.
look back to his inside. What a race these two guys are putting on up front here. The 32 is going to fall back in line behind the 42. These two have really they went after each other the entire 67 laps of this race. I think the only time they give each other a break was under cautions.
I don't even think they give them a break then.
I'm still not sure they wasn't harassing each other's bumper then, though. Looks like the outside line, that 42 John Houston's using is going to prevail this time off the corner. I think Aiden Young's just kind of sitting up there waiting for them guys to take care of their stuff. What do you think?
Aiden's no dummy. I mean, he might just be sitting back, like you said, waiting for them to burn up, and then he just fly right by them.
Man, that 32's just getting a monster run off the corner. He's able to sell it under and almost clear the 42, but not quite, and that's going to allow that 42 to battle back again on the outside.
I keep looking at Aiden.
The
back
32
there.
has him cleared now. But it looks like the 42's again going to get right to his corner panel.
He got into it.
Contact.
They're both into it.
We got the wreck going, 42 up into the outside wall hard.
Everybody's down.
Good job dodging them. That was a really good job of them guys dodging them there. We're going to go back and take a look at that on our instant replay.
Yeah, that was, wow. I couldn't have done it. I mean, there's just no way.
No, we didn't go back far enough. I'll try that again. Oh, he just barely hooked his bumper when he come across the 42's nose, it looks like here.
And he hooked it enough.
He barely hooked it, and that's definitely what caused them to go around. Certainly unfortunate. Something you don't want to see.
And guess who the leader is?
That number 9 car, Aiden Young.
He was just sitting back there waiting.
I told you that's what he was doing.
Yeah, you called it.
He was waiting
Sitting
on him.
back there. He's just sitting back there like a coon now.
All right, we're going to send you on an audio break while we're on commercial here. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WFO Racing League's Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We had a little bit of action before the caution. Like Wade Houston's going to lead us off on a restart in that 32 car. He's still got some damage to that rear, so it don't look like he used that fast repair on that caution there. We'll have to see how much that's going to affect him. Aiden Young is definitely going to give him more than enough here, as Aiden's already looking to his inside. Damage is probably going to affect that 32 car just a tad bit here. He's got it going and pointed in the right direction. Looks like he might be even trying to open up a little gap. 32, Wade Houston, your leader, followed by the number 9 of Aiden Young. Third place is going to be that 21 of Brian Kaufman. This 9 and 21 have just stayed around all night long. They've kept their cars clean. They haven't pushed it real hard. Looks like they have definitely been saving their equipment for this one.
So Aiden Young had dropped back to second. Is that what I'm seeing?
Well, Aiden actually restarted second. The 32 was the leader on the restart.
Oh, okay.
I'm just surprised the 32 is able to stay up in front of these guys with that much rear end damage. I mean, if you look at that spoiler in that right rear corner of that car, it's heavily damaged.
Well, he's got to be wheeling it.
We'll have to see if the 9 can do anything with him here.
He's trying. I think he might do something right here.
He's looking on the inside. He's got a run right here. 32 just keeps fighting them off. Now he's got to run down in front of him and shut the door on him. I'll tell you what, if I had the back of my car looking like that, I wouldn't slam the door on nobody very much.
No, because you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, it's still too early in the race to be throwing blocks like that anyway. I mean, you got the damage. Let the guy go. Follow him. Let him use his tires up, you know.
Right, exactly.
That's just smart racing. All you're going to do is stack up these guys behind them and make them angry, and you're probably going to wind up with a little bit more bent-up race car than you're already driving. I'll tell you who they both better watch for, and that's at 42 of John Houston. He just passed for third place.
Oh, John, I know him, and he does not mess around. He's a really good driver.
I think the part that you missed is that 42 restarted in the 10th position.
I did miss that.
10th
Wow.
to 3rd in 4 laps. He is just wheeling that race car. He gets up there, we're going to have a good fight.
John's somebody I just wouldn't mess with on a racetrack.
I am still very surprised that 32, with all that damage, is able to hold up front to the lead here. That shows me that 9 must really be taking care of his equipment.
You think the 32 is going to burn his equipment up?
I'm just in shock with him being able to stay up there with that damage. I mean, it's something that you don't see very often. I know when I get damage, especially if the back of the car looks like that, it'll knock 3 or 4 tenths of a second a lap out at a minimum.
Right, and Aiden's got a clean car.
Yeah, Aiden and the 42 looks like he probably used his fast repairs, so those cars.
How many fast repairs do they have in this race?
They have 1 fast repair in this race. We're going to go back.
A little early to use that.
4th place, we got Brian Kaufman in that 21. Another one like Aiden Young that's just been taking really good care of his equipment tonight. Behind him, we got the 00 of Tony Gray. There's that old schools. Right up here in the top 5, fighting for 4th here. Right behind him, we got the 48 of Mr. Greg Rourke, and we haven't talked about Rourke much, so what do you got to say about this? He looks pretty solid out there, Nation.
I think if it said Uber on it, he'd be going a lot faster.
I think we got to take a look at his in-car. We're going to go to this gyro cam, show you the banking in the corners here in Las Vegas.
I love that gyro cam.
You see it's a little bit bumpy down the straightaway as he sells it off into turn 3 here. Coming out of turn 4 on the exit to go to the tri-oval. Look at the transition in these corners. This gyro cam gives you a really good idea of just how much banking these guys are going into.
Right, because the camera stays level while the car flips up.
You can see Greg nicely working the bottom here. Doesn't look like he's abusing his equipment. Just driving it nice and easy. He's got all the leaders in sight right where he wants them. And he says, you know what, boys, I'm going to take care of my tires, and I'll see you in a little bit. Oh, we got a wreck in front of Greg there. We're going to see if we can check that out and see what happened. Well, that didn't work.
It happens, man. It's okay.
I'm not sure who that was that wrecked. Oh, we got a smoker there.
Got a barbecue grill.
We had a barbecue grill, but couldn't really catch who it was, so
I didn't see it as well.
put 13 there. Yeah, we're just going to go back to live here. I missed that one. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't know the car number that it was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WFO Racing League Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Sin City. Let's see who gambled this time. Looks like that 32 still got that damage on that car. He was able to run very strong after that last restart.
I think that 9's got something for him.
We're going to find out. 32 on the outside. That's Wade Houston. On his inside is that number 9 of Aiden Young. Well, Aiden's sending it in the corner. He ain't holding nothing back.
I think Aiden's going to get it.
Cleared. Oh, he cleared him. He's going to go up in front of him right here, break any run. And look at Mr. Greg Rourke in that 48. Greg working the bottom of the track. Sean Dorr in the 62 trying to look on his high side. Nothing going to happen there. Greg Rourke, quiet. Not heard nothing from him all night. Here we are after halfway through the race, and that 48 car is becoming a factor.
That 32 ain't going to make it an easy win for Aiden.
I don't think the 48 and the 62 is willing to make it an easy win for either of them guys.
No, they're going to become trouble here real quick.
48 and that 62 have those Camaros looking right to the front. Look at that run that 48 gets on the 32 here. He's going to look to his inside again. They're almost 3 wide there for a second.
Yeah, that's
32 underneath the 9, the 48 right on the 32's bumper. That Fastenal car is looking pretty fancy tonight.
I don't know, that 32 might get that 9, even with the damage.
Aiden's able to fight him off on the outside there. That American Sim Network number 9 car. Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 looking pretty strong. We got 4 Camaros up front right now.
Well, that's where Camaros belong.
Only if NASCAR could get it right. Look at Greg, though. That 48 is not giving up the fight here. He's driving it all the way to the bottom of the track.
No, he's not playing around. I mean, I know Greg. You know Greg. He don't play around.
He's running them chrome rims, and he wants those chrome rims shining to the front of this field. I can tell you that. All right, let's go back here and find our buddy in that 42, Mr. John Houston. He's up to P5 again. Jeff Gilmore, we haven't talked much about him. He's a couple spots. He's right behind Steve Blankenship's 14. What a beautiful car this is, Nation.
It is. It is a very beautiful car. I wish I could paint something like that.
14 Pennzoil is looking really sporty out there. Tell you what, Steve's got that thing in the 6th position. He's right behind John, and don't look like John's pulling away from him or the 75 of Jeff Gilmore there.
Can't count him out. I mean, he's a good driver. He's got the car that he could win, but man, he's got some competition ahead of him.
Yeah, some really good racing on the track right now. You can tell that we're getting later in the race because for a lot of these guys, there's more of a sense of urgency and go time now.
When do you think it will be go time? 10 laps to go?
Well,
5 laps to go?
I think by 100 laps, you got pretty well figured out that you know what you want to do for the rest of the race, and you're going to get up on the wheel and start wheeling the car. I mean, sometimes for me, go time is when they drop the green flag.
Yeah, but that's you, Fern.
These guys are... That 14 is just doing a well of a job tonight. And I'm used to seeing the 14 up front. I don't know about you, Nation.
That's the only place I ever known it to be.
If he has a good run tonight, he's going to have to thank me for loaning him that number.
That's right. That's $5.
I'll tell you, though, if I could give him any advice, I would change the coloring on that number to yellow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wouldn't you?
I would.
I might even make the wheels yellow, too, but he's running those Greg Rourke signature chrome rims.
Greg does like his chrome.
Leave it to Greg to throw the bling on it. You imagine what his Uber ride looks like? He's probably got it all blinged out.
It's probably got a damn boom box in the back of it.
Oh, the reverse 14, that 41 there. is all over the back of Mr. Blankenship. That's going to be Shane Gross.
Yep.
Another one of those old schools cars. There are two of them old schools cars there. We got the 00 of Tony Gray right with them. They're going to put that 14 up to the high side and say, well, time for us to go. It's getting late in the race, 67 to go, and we're out
Gotta
here.
go. 32 took over then the number 9.
All right. Meanwhile, back up on the farm here, we got the 32 of Mr. Wade Hughes. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know how he's doing it, Nation.
I don't know either. I mean, you would probably have a better guess than I would.
Amazing wheel, man, is all I can say. It's pretty heavy damage on the back of that car, but he's setting sail with it.
Yeah, he looks like he's checking out. But how long do you think he can check out?
Depends on how long his tires will hold up. I mean, those guys, I'm telling you, I've been watching the racing up there, and I know that they're using their tires. They're being hard on them. So some of those guys, like Rourke back there in third in the 48, I mean, he may be able to save his stuff for a little bit and really in the next 10 laps be able to put an attack on. I mean, if you look at Greg's lap times now, I mean, they're right up there with those two guys. In fact, Greg is all over that 9 of Aiden.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's reeling in that Aiden Young, and but that 32 is just gone.
It looks to me like maybe the 9, maybe the 32 forced the 9 into using his tires up there, and the 9 kind of fell back into the clutches of the 48. That would be my best guess from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I can see that.
That 32 is just, it's baffling to me tonight, to say the least.
Yeah, he's just, I mean, he checked out, but he can't check out forever.
I wouldn't say that. I've seen drivers do it.
He can't check out for 50 laps. Or where are we at? 60.
I think that, sir, would depend on how many cautions come out between now and the end of this race.
No, that's true.
And cautions tonight, I can pull it up for us. We've had 4 cautions for 16 laps.
That's really not bad at all.
Going to take a look at our top 5 right here. We got the 32 car of Wade Houston leading, followed by the 9 car of Aiden Young, who is battling with the 3rd place car, the number 48 of Greg Rourke. We got John Houston moving that 42 car back up into the 4th spot, and the 75 of Jeff Gilmore rounding out your top 5 here tonight. All right, Nation, what do you think's going to go on here for the rest of the race?
I think that the 32 doesn't sign the check and he's gone.
Here's our next battle. I got back to this is going to be for the like the 4th and 5th place of John Houston and Jeff Gilmore. Looks like Gilmore's all over the back of the 42 right now. There's battles all over the racetrack. We got the 9 battling the 48, the 42 battling the 75 here. And then if you go right behind them, there's 4 cars that can't get it figured out. That's going to be start off with the, is that 2 or 3 old school cars in that gaggle right there? 3 of them.
3 of them.
We got 3 old school cars ganged up on Brian Kaufman, who's fighting on the bottom in the Budweiser.
Well, they're just being bullies.
Those guys are willing it for everything they got right now. I mean, the laps are ticking down, so it's not going to last too long here. And it's Vegas. Sometimes you got to put all your chips out on the table.
Wages, baby. What happens in Vegas stays on the internet.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? That 21's not letting them 3 bully up on them and take over and go into the night quietly there.
I'll tell you what, I just can't figure out how this 32 is just gone. I mean, he's just flat out gone.
And let's get back here in 13th position and take a look at our buddy here, Mr. Hal Amy, wheeling it and chilling it tonight. I think he might have stopped off at the casino and played a couple hands of poker. What do you think there, Nation?
Yeah, he seems to be all by himself there. He's not doing horrible, but I don't know.
He's just taking care of the car. He's on a Sunday drive on a Thursday here.
That's all you got to do, man.
He may have had some trouble to get
paint
back there, or he may be on a different fuel strategy than these guys. He might have something figured out on that fuel tank too, so can't put nothing past that number 3 of Hal Amy there.
Yeah, he's probably taking care of that paint because I don't want to scratch.
I think we're going to go back up to the front and just one by one go through the field. What do you think, Nation?
Let's do it.
You want to start? You take the first 3.
I can't see the leaders.
You don't have a results page on your iRacing tab?
Oh, yes, I do. I didn't know that. Okay, we have Wade Houston. And at number 1, Aiden Young. At number 2, Gregory Rourke. At number 3. Oh,
just had a change for 3. We got that 42 of John Houston wheeling it up there.
Yep. Now it's Wade Houston, Aiden Young, John Houston, Gregory Rourke, and Jeff Gilmore.
There's your top 5 right here at Sin City, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'll tell you what, John Houston and Jeff Gilmore have really been coming through the field here. Don't let that count that 48 out. He just went back around that 42. He just drove right back around him.
Well, like I said before, Greg is not somebody to account out.
He's got that Momo and tonight. He's sawing on his Momo. John's just getting a really good run off that middle line right there in the corner. That's what's going to propel him back there. I think a lot of this is these guys aren't hitting their marks right every corner, you know. And all you have to do is miss your marks on one of these corners, and it'll cost you 2 or 3 positions here.
Right. But Aiden's got a run on the 3rd place.
Well, Aiden's put a little bit of distance out there. I'm just really, I can't do the 32. I'm baffled. I mean, he's got a lot of damage back there, and he's just driving away from this field tonight.
Yeah, he's.
It's like he flipped a switch and said, "I'm gone." Typically, when you drive away from a field, you're going to be in a clean race car.
Well, he doesn't have any front end damage.
Actually, I seen a little bit on the front of his car.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I believe it was a right front that I seen a little bit of damage on. We're going to try to get a little closer look here. Well, that'd be the left front. Yeah, there's front end damage. I can tell by his hood right there being bent up. So he's got slight front end damage.
Yeah, you're right.
You see how the hood's not lined up correctly? You can really see it on the right side here. I mean, that's front and heavy rear end damage.
Oh, yeah, he's got heavy rear end damage. Man, he gets so close to that ball.
He's getting everything he can out of it, that's for sure.
Well, he's diamonding the track, but man, he is like inches from that wall.
Back to the 42 here. It looks like the 42's falling off the 75 and the 48. Not really sure what happened, whether he got himself up into the wall. It looked like I might have seen a little damage on his right front, so that's probably exactly what happened. That top 5 is going to be, now that's 6th place, Brian Kaufman. John Houston's falling back to the 5th position.
Caution.
We got a caution out. You've got a number on that?
I do not. Hang on.
See if we can find it here. still new to this, so we'll get these replays figured out for these people. Had one coming off pit road there.
It's one of the old school's cars.
Well, there would be 4 of them to choose from.
Hang on.
I got 2 of them together here.
Looks like the 62, I think.
That 62 is going to be Mr. Sean Dorr.
Yep, he went off into the inside wall.
Ah, I see it right here. Get it right here on camera. Well, it looked like he just pulled down to the inside wall there. I'm not really sure what happened, whether he had his screen pop out, but I'll tell you what. Oh, I messed up on a replay here again.
It's all right, man. Oh yeah, his front of his car was a little bit
Yeah,
scratched.
I'm not really sure what happened there, what he did, but that was definitely strange to say the least. It like his steering might have quit or something.
Yeah, he just, I don't know, it was weird what he did.
Well, we got a good battle off pit road. I'm going to stay with you guys. Look like Wade Houston's going to lose a few positions to these guys here. Aiden Young may have won the race off pit road there, Nation.
Yeah, he did.
Pretty exciting stuff coming off pit road. We're going to put you guys on a little bit of a caution break here from the audio. Enjoy the feed that we're giving you. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast tonight. They're definitely putting on a great show for us. All right, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, you're back with the WFO Racing League's Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series here in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. We got the 9 car of Aiden Young going to lead us back to the green. On his outsides at 42 of Mr. John Houston. We got about, 45 laps to go here.
Yep.
What are you thinking? Who's looking? Who are you pulling for out there now, Nation?
Well, I always pull for Hal, but I'm going to have to go. I'm going with the 48. Or 42, rather.
All right, so you're going to take the 42 of John Houston.
Yes,
He's running second to that 9 car of Aiden Young. Aiden's been up in the top 3 all night long.
Well, I know how John knows how to save tires, save fuel, I think he's got something for Aiden.
Now we're going to find out here. This may be their last run. It's going to make them close on fuel, but I think they might be able to make it.
You think they can go that many laps?
I think they might be able to.
Would they have to save fuel? All right. 42 is knocking on the door of the 9. I don't know if he's got anything for him yet, but I'm sure he will here in a little bit, because I believe the 9 is probably tearing his tires up, or using them a little bit anyway. And then again, I don't know, maybe the 9 is just going to pull away. Looks like he's not pulling away. The 42 still got something for him. Here at the stripe, you still got the 9, the 42, the 75, the 32. It's your top 4. '42's blinking a little bit, and the 32 seems to be getting something on the 75. Well, the 9 seems to be pulling away. Doing a pretty good job at it. While the 32 and the 42 fight each other. '32 has the 42, passes clean, and he's looking at the 9. '32 has just been fast all night. I mean, just wrecked up the car, and he's fast as hell. So I think he's got something for that 9 car. The 9 seems to be pulling away, and the 32 ain't letting him get too far, but the 42 is, well, he's having a fight. I believe it's a 75. Now it seems to be all pretty spread out, and you got the 9, the 32, the 75, and the 42. Aiden Young still holding that 32 off. I don't know how many laps he can do it, but he's doing it. Now he's catching up. I don't know if he's got enough juice to get past him. I'm still holding off that 32. Don't seem to be gaining a whole lot. Oh, 32 going to put a move on the 9. Yeah, he's going to fall right back in behind him. Now he's putting a move on him. It's going to be, oh, this is going to be ugly. Nope, he cleared the 9. Yep, he cleared the 9 front. The 9's coming right back around. It's a battle. I mean, this is a pretty intense battle right here because they're getting they're getting close. So we'll see what happens. Looks like he's pulling away again. Just gone. In a wrecked ass car, he's just gone. Welcome back, Vern Bradley. Okay. You don't have to lie here. That 32, dude, is gone again.
All right, you got Vern Bradley back here with Nation again. Had to take a quick break. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully Nation kept you covered pretty good. Looks like we had a change for the lead while I stepped away. That 32 of Wade Houston looks like he's back to the front and checking out.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Like the 42 may have used up his tires a little bit there, Nation. What happened to John Houston?
I believe that's exactly what happened. He was up on Aiden and dropped back, and I think he might have he was driving it deep down in there.
Yeah, it looks like he's fallen back here into the clutches of the 21 of Brian Kaufman. That 21's just another one of those cars, like Aiden Young, who's kept his car really clean all night long. I think probably the cleanest 3 cars has been the 21, the 9, and the 48.
Yeah, I just don't understand how that 32 is, just dominating.
You look at that 48, and he's just quietly chipping away right back here in the 3rd position. Greg Rorick in that Fastenal car giving it a run tonight.
I tell you what, Greg's, you don't count him out. You never count him out. I mean, he's fun to talk to, and he's fun to joke around with, but when he gets in a race car, he flips a switch. He's a different guy.
Yeah, I mean, you can see he's just really smooth here in the corner. He might have got him a little bit of that apron right there. I think he's still got a pretty good run off the corner and not going to hurt him too badly here. That 75 car, Jeff Gilmore, I mean, just like when we see him in the K&N and the Truck Series, he's always around and finding his way up front.
Well, he was behind Rourke, and he had to let him go.
That looks like the 75 is going to play a little strategy here. He's the first one of these guys to pull off on pit road.
Do you think any of them should fall off?
Well, I mean, if you have to stop for fuel, I would probably come down and grab some tires and fuel and go out and just see what I could do with it. If I wasn't leading the race, you know. Back there
you wouldn't be like a two-tire hero if you were like in the top 5.
No, I think Jeff Gilmore right here is making a smart move. I don't think he's doing anything. I think it's a smart move at this point in the race. If you got to stop for fuel, you might as well stop right now. You're the first one on pit road. You're going to get, 4 tires and fuel, and he'll get out there and be turning some pretty monster laps.
That makes sense. But you're not going to win the race, correct?
Not necessarily. I mean, you got to think he's going to be a second a lap faster more than likely than the leader is right now. That's how much these tires fall off. These tires will fall off after 3 or 4 laps. And then he's gonna be fast.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how it works out for him and see when these other guys in front of him choose to pit. John Houston right there, I can see him on pit road now in the number 42 car. You take a look and you see his right sides are up in the air. They drop them. They're going to go around to the left sides here. Let's see if he does 4. He's doing 4 tires. And then Brian Kaufman in the 21's right behind John Houston here coming off pit road. These are green flag stops. It looks like none of them could risk going all the way on fuel. And maybe it's not so much that they couldn't make it all the way on fuel as much as tires.
Would you do 4 tires and just not full fuel?
Oh, I'm doing 4 tires. I'm a 4-tire guy. I mean, that's
4-tire guy.
That's just how I am. I want 4 tires. You give me 4 tires, and I'll make that thing get around the track good for you.
That's right.
John Houston's going to come back out here. See, this is the thing. John Houston didn't even give up a position doing this. He went into the pits 5th or 6th, and he comes out 6th. And he's got fresh tires. The longer that we see this leader, that 32 car, stay out, and these guys behind him, like the 48 of Greg Rourke, who has now moved around. Aiden Young is in 2nd and actually running our leader down. The longer these guys stay out, I mean, that 75 and that 42 wasn't far behind them, Nation. They're on new tires right now, and they're lapping a lot faster. As you can see, that 32 slowing. Maybe not. He's going to keep going. I thought he might be slowing there for pit road, but they kept going. But that 9 of Aiden Young definitely turned down and went down pit road here. You can see him right here. That's your 3rd place car, the number 9 of Aiden Young. He's going to stop and make his pit stop right now. And I would probably say 4 tires and fuel. What do you think, Nation?
Well, you know way more about this than I do, and yeah, I would actually do 4 tires. But what I was asking is the fuel. I mean, you don't need a full tank of fuel, or
no, you don't need a full tank to go 20 laps here. Absolutely not. But I'll tell you what, those 4 tires can definitely make a difference. I thought we had already seen the 75 on pit road. He looks like he's on pit road again. I'm not too sure what happened to him.
I don't know either.
There goes the number 9 of Aiden Young back off pit road.
We got Greg Ruark's the leader.
Yeah, that 32 car, Wade Houston, has brought it down pit road now. You can see him right there. They just got right sides on. Let's see if he does 2 or 4 tires. He's going 4. He's not taking any chances. 4 tires, a splash of fuel, and the 32 is back out. I'm still showing the damage on his car. Not real sure why that filler didn't use a fast repair.
Now I'm showing Blankenship in 1st.
Yeah, that 14 car is in a familiar spot.
Yes, sir, it is.
Be Steve Blankenship running the Pennzoil colors tonight. I put a very capable driver in my car.
He owes you a beer if he wins.
He'll have to talk to Kaufman and see if he can get a Budweiser off of him. I think that's who's in the Budweiser car, right, Kaufman?
The 8 is...
The 21 is the Budweiser car tonight.
Oh, that is Brian Kaufman. Yeah. And he's coming up on the 14.
He's right behind him, getting his lap back probably. I'd say that he stopped, the 32 behind him stopped. You see the difference that made?
Yeah.
And here comes the 14 to pit road right now. We're going to get back up there and take a look at some of these guys. Wade Houston's one of them. He's being showed in the 5th position now. John Houston, who was one of the early pitters, is in the 2nd position right now.
He'll be in first.
And he's going to be your leader when this all pans out. The thing here is, let's see how much of a gap that he... Well, that can't be good.
No.
He come back, so that's good.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of gap he's got on him when this all gets sorted out here. Take a look at the drop down so we can see what John's doing. You can see the drop down is showing that he's the leader, just the leaderboard hasn't quite caught up yet.
Right, they have to cross the finish line.
Yeah, it should have caught
the
up.
14's coming out now.
There we go. It finally sorted itself out. Your leader is John Houston in the 42. Second is that 32 of Wade Houston. And he's back by 1.75 seconds. And you can see that he just shaved a 1/10 of it off just like that.
Yeah.
But we know that he's got, you know, a few laps fresher tires than what John does, but they didn't stop that far apart. I mean, that 32's just, he's on his way.
Yeah, he's been
that lead is
phenomenal.
less than a second now. These two cars, though, they've been the top 2 cars for most of the night, and they're up here again, and they're just about ready to do battle here with not very many laps to go, Nation.
Houston is less than half a second behind him.
It's 2/10 now. It's a 1/10 now. I mean, that's just how much faster that 32 is moving than that 42 is. He's running right about the middle of the track.
And he's blowing right by him.
Side by side, and yeah, I mean, just like that, 32 right back to the front. That's a pretty impressive performance out of that 32 car.
Yeah, like I said, he's kind of a phenomenon.
Take a look at it now. I still see the damage on that car, unless that's a glitch on iRacing's part and he burned a fast repair and the car's not really damaged, but I have seen that happen before. We got some of these late pitters that pitted even after Wade did. That'd be the 48 car of Greg Rourke. He's running currently in the 7th position. Go back here and take a look at him. He's 7.2 seconds behind our leader. Now he's 7 seconds. He's actually, Greg's a little bit faster.
Wade's already almost a full second above second place.
I'm taking a look at the 48 of Greg Rourke now. You got to remember the 48 and the 14 pitted, and even the 9 pitted after the well, actually the 48 and the 14 pitted after the 32 did.
Yeah.
So we're taking a look at what kind of difference the tires are going to make here. Get on the
they only got 7 laps to go.
Yeah, the 14 stayed out so long that he's actually 16 seconds behind the leader. And I don't think in 7 laps that he's going to have any chance of catching him.
I don't think so as well.
I think this one's probably sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered.
Well, like I said, Houston signed the check and it's been sent.
And we're on the second place car, John Houston, right here. John's did a heck of a job tonight. I mean, he's wheeled that race car. What else can you ask for? He gave it everything he had.
Well, he's a wheeler. I mean, it's what he does.
He used a little bit of strategy at the end, and didn't quite pan out for him. Wade come out with a few lap fresher tires and went after him here.
Yeah, Wade's already 1.2 seconds.
Then in third place, we got that 9 car. Again, that car's just stayed clean all night long. That's it, Mr. Aiden Young driving that 9, wheeling it tonight, and that car's just stayed clean. He's taking good care of it. And as a reward for that, he's going to get a good, solid finish here.
We'll get third, and that's, I'd like to get third sometime.
We're going to go back here to the car that makes me thirsty. That's going to be the 21 car, Brian Kaufman, running that Budweiser paint scheme tonight.
Budweiser.
We're down to 5 to go, Nation. 5 to go.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you something we ain't talked about much tonight. We're going to get on his car right now. That's going to be that 6 car of Mr. John Sinu. The U.S. Army paint scheme.
Oh, yeah. That's a very good paint scheme.
Nice paint scheme. Just really clean car. Driving the, not the Camaro, the SS.
Yeah, he's driving the SS.
We hit on this a little bit last week. We've seen a few of them. And John, once again, just nice, solid run for him.
John's a good guy. I mean, he really is. And
Don't look now, but that number 3 car of Hal Amy is in the top 10, running in the 9th position.
Of course it is.
Solid night for the number 3.
That's right.
Amy contracting WFO Racing League car right there. He never gave up on it. He just kept driving it and got that thing up in the top 10.
Well, you know as well as I do, that's the way Hal is. He don't give up.
All right, we're down here to 3 laps to go. 32 of Wade Houston leading us around here, bringing it into turn 3 here. Be coming out of turn 4 and bringing it down to 2 laps to go. Let's go on board with him and take a look at what he's doing differently. Put Nation back on the gyro cam on our leader. Wade Houston in the 32. Nice and smooth here. Right up by the wall. Even on the in-car, I see the damage on that front end.
He gets inches from that wall, and he's almost 3 seconds ahead.
He's got it right at the bottom. You can hear the throttle control he's using.
He is 3 seconds ahead now.
Yeah, I'll tell you, looking back behind him, though, this is the final lap right here around Las Vegas Speedway, Sin City. At 32, Wade Houston up by 3.1 seconds on John Houston. Wheeling it out of 4 here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. There's your winner, the 32 of Wade Houston. Second place, 42 of John Houston, but Aiden almost caught him. That 9 almost got him, didn't he?
He wasn't far off.
I'm sure Aiden was driving that thing for everything it had. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at your top 5 here, and we're going to get our winner or actually our top 3 up in the staging room. That way we can come back and give you guys some interviews in just a minute. Stick around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on a live broadcast here at WFO Racing League's Thunder Cup Thursday Cup Series. We're going to get our winner up here, Mr. Wade Houston, in the 32 car. Wade Houston, this is Vern Bradley up in the broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do, man.
Man, what a well of a race you drove out there tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
I honestly have to say I probably had the most fun tonight. It was really hard fought tonight. John, Aiden, even Gregory was up there fighting. It was a wicked talented field tonight. It was a blast racing side by side with those guys. And I just want to say last night it was fun with you too. We kind of had some net code issues and whatnot, but it's part of the fun. So it was definitely deserved tonight. I mean, it's been kind of a long time coming here at Las Vegas. It's one of my favorite tracks, and it's finally good to get one here. But I can't say enough about the talent you have in this league. Those guys are wicked fast.
Yeah, you definitely put on a good show for us and the fans tonight. That's for sure. The racing between you and the 42, John Houston, was phenomenal, and early on it was just, I mean, crossovers and everything. So we definitely got a pretty good show here. Uh, did your car have damage on it?
Yeah, I think after John and I were racing pretty hard side by side, I might have gotten rear end damage. And when I went down pit road, I had probably, I think it was like 25 seconds worth of damage, and it felt like it hurt my straightaway speeds a little bit. But after 3 or 4 pit stops there, I was able to get it down to right underneath 15 seconds. And somehow I always forget to turn off that quick repair, so I accidentally burnt it up probably on something that wasn't worth
Oh
repairing. And
no.
so
That's
yeah,
2 weeks in
I
a row on that.
I know I got to learn here, but yeah, it was kind of had a handicap tonight. But some of those things fell in line for us to try to repair some of it at least, and at least be competitive at the end. So it was fun. Not fun racing with damage though.
Yeah, I'll tell you that you did a heck of a job with it. I mean, to wheel that car the way you did, you worked that final pit stop out perfect, where you come out with a little bit fresher tires and didn't give up too much track position. And I really think that's what sealed the deal for you there, Wade. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank John, Aiden, Gregory, all the guys that raced tonight. Richard, congrats on him on getting his win in the K&N series. That was pretty awesome. And Vern, you guys for doing what you guys do. And let's hope we keep bringing in some more talent and grow this league. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's about growing the league and definitely the Cup Series. I mean, been having pretty good car counts in the truck and the K&N to start this season off. And the Cup, I told the guys a couple weeks ago, you were probably in there when I said it was on life support. But tonight things are really looking up. I mean, we had a decent field, and I think that's going to continue to grow, and that's all because of the support from guys like you, Wade.
Hey, thanks, Vern. It's definitely a lot of fun racing with everybody, and tonight was definitely a blast. It was probably one of the best races I've had here in WFO, and look forward to more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Wade Houston, driver of the 32 car and winner at Las Vegas Motor Speedway tonight. Wade, thank you very much. We're going to get with our second place driver here. And I'm going to let you have him, Nation. That's going to be
All right.
Mr. John Houston. John Houston, this is Vern Bradley up in the tower. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Brian.
All right, Nation, take it
Hey,
away.
John. How are you, buddy?
Doing good that I finished second.
I'm pretty sure. How'd you feel out there?
Uh, that was pretty darn fun at the beginning, the first half of the race, racing Wade so hard. I was not going to let him by.
You look like you were having fun.
He was faster. I saw it, but I don't see how he was driving it like that, so I wasn't going to give it to him. If he wanted it, he was going to have to earn it.
I tell you what, buddy, you did. I tell you what, I watched every lap of it, and it was fun to watch. We all enjoyed it. Anything you'd like to say about it?
Well, I hope we put on a good show for y'all, because I know I was racing hard. I know Wade was racing hard, and we kept swapping back and forth, so they should have put on a good show for the fans.
Oh, that wasn't a good show. That was an awesome show. It was. I mean, you wheeled that car for everything it had and then some.
I was trying. I just wasn't gonna give it to him.
That's what it's
I,
all about, though. I mean, that's what we look for. It's like I told Wade in the interview. Those crossover moves you and him were making earlier in that race,
uh-huh.
priceless, man. I mean, that's what people watch these broadcasts for.
Yeah, he pulled a couple slide jobs on me, and I had to run, and I had to go below him and cross him over.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. The one thing we didn't talk about, Nation, because I didn't have the
Boss,
stream up,
we all enjoyed it.
is
Anything you'd like to
driver of the
say
day,
about
but
it?
I don't really
Well,
see any
I hope we
comments
put
in
on
there
a good
unless I'm
show for
missing
y'all. I
something.
No,
know I
but
was racing hard. I know Wade
No
was racing
votes for
hard,
it.
and we kept swapping back and forth.
no, we didn't.
We
Well,
should have
probably
put
because
on
we
a good
didn't
show
talk
for
about it.
y'all.
Ah, I
It
got you.
did.
Yeah, you'll have to
Well,
remind me
well,
of that
take
next time.
Yeah.
You
take
got
my
anybody
vote.
you want to thank, John Houston?
Yeah, I want to thank Wade. He raced me clean. He raced me hard, and WFO.
That's what it's
Uh,
all about, though.
I, man, this last month or so, I've been enjoying every bit of it.
Oh, we love it, man. I enjoy having you as my teammate in the truck series on Wednesday nights, and congratulations on your win in that last
Yeah,
night.
he pulled a couple slide jobs on me, and
That's
I had to run, and I
second
had to
place
go below
tonight.
him
A win
and
last
cross him
night. You
over.
got to be pretty happy leaving Sin City.
Yeah,
You made the.
I feel pretty good leaving with my truck and car in one piece.
All right, John, we appreciate it. We're going to get our third place finisher of Aiden Young up here.
All right, well, my vote for driver of the day would be Aiden.
No, we didn't. Well,
Yeah,
all right, there it is. 80 Young
that's a
wins.
fair vote. So if you want to vote for him, you're the only one to put a vote in.
Yeah.
Aiden's the winner by default. All right,
But that's
thank
who
you,
I
John
vote
Houston.
for. Yes, sir. Thank you. He raced me clean. He raced me hard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the 42 of
Man,
John
this last
Houston,
month or so, I've been enjoying every.
second place finisher tonight. We're going to finish our interview off with our third place driver of Aiden Young and our driver of the day. So we'll get him up here. Aiden Young, this is Vern Bradley up in the broadcasting booth here. Do you got a copy?
I got you.
Congratulations, young man. You willed the heck out of that 9 machine.
Yeah, just had a good car all night. Just didn't really have much there at the end. Just burnt the tires off it basically, but all in all, a fun night.
Well, you come in as the points leader, not just in the K&N series, but you were also leading the points in the Cup series. And I'll tell you, we haven't calculated that yet. It'll after I get this broadcast done, I'll take a look at that. But I'm almost willing to bet that you held that points lead.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hold the points lead, but this Cup series is a lot more tougher than that K&N series. So we'll see.
Well,
Hopefully, we can.
I'll tell you, you look pretty good there, especially on those runs, and you've been really good about taking care of your equipment out there. So, I mean, just from what we see up in the tower, any week now you could pop out the winner for sure.
Yeah, it'd be nice to do that. I'm kind of getting sick of having third places all the time, but I'll take them, and I'm pretty sure my sponsor's happy. So,
Hey, it's sometimes Aiden, it's called killing them with consistency. You got
oh
anybody you want
yeah.
to thank tonight?
Oh, I just want to thank ASN for sponsoring my car and you guys for broadcasting Young Gun Creations. Joseph that was racing with me tonight, he had to leave for a fire call, so that's all.
All right.
Aiden. Hey, Aiden, guess what?
Yes.
You got driver of the day.
Oh boy.
One vote come in. We forgot to call out for the votes for the driver of the day, so we got a vote in, and that vote was from another driver, and he voted you driver of the day. And I have to agree
Hmm.
with him from what we've seen up in the booth. I mean, you drove a smart race. You took care of your car, and that's what you're just killing them with consistency, Aiden.
Yeah, I tried. Just it was really tight there at the beginning. I just had to figure it out. So
Yeah,
Well, you did it, my man.
You're killing them with consistency. Great job wheeling the car. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Aiden Young, driver of the number 9 ASN Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 out here. Let's give him a round of applause. Aiden Young. We don't have the applause thing, Nation. We're going to have to get one.
Yeah, we're going to have to work on that one. We need that little applause thing.
Yeah, Aiden, thank you very much. We love having you over here and watching you wheel the car, not just in the K&N and the Truck Series when you run in it, but this Cup Series. I think it's an awesome move for you. And it's good to see, guys like you and Wade and John Houston bringing this series up to where it needs to be, competition-wise.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
I think we all got something to learn from it. It was a new adventure for us this season, so we're getting to the point where we're seeing it grow and become its own thing, and I think that's a really exciting opportunity for all of us.
Yeah, it's fun. It's just tough.
All right, Aiden, you have a good night, buddy. It was great talking to you, and hopefully we'll see you up here in the top 3 next Thursday night.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, again, that's Aiden Young, driver of the number 9 car. Nation, let's
Sir.
let's do a little breakdown of the race here.
It was, I'll tell you what, it's the most eventful one I've seen this season.
Oh, it definitely was. Wade Houston again coming on away with the win. John Houston running second to him there. Aiden Young in the 9 third. Gregory Rourke, great run for him. Greg doesn't run a full schedule. He come in 4th tonight. And Brian Kaufman driving that 21 Budweiser car, bringing it home in the top 5.
It was, I tell you what, I honestly think it was the best race I've seen this season in all series.
Definitely the Cup Series. I seen pretty good K&N race the other night, so I'm gonna
Yeah, it was good, but man, I really like this one.
my vote's definitely the K&N Series race.
Kane,
Yeah, yeah, I'm a little partial to it.
that's fine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me and Nation here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We appreciate everybody tuning in and watching the broadcast here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We were down a commentator. We usually have another one, so we were down one, but we'll get it straightened out next week. Every week's getting better and better. We got some replays out there for you tonight, so I think things are looking up and up. We will catch you guys next Thursday night, right, Nation?
That's right. Y'all
Yeah.
keep the shiny side up.
Where are we going next Thursday night? I mean, we got to do some gambling this week in Vegas, so where are we headed next week?
We're heading to Texas.
Texas. We have to put our guns on our hips, right? Isn't that what we do there in Texas? We walk around with our guns on our hips, or
Well, there's another myth about Texas, but I'll go with the guns.
we're not going to go with the second myth. We'll see everyone. We're going to see all you guys in Texas next week for the Cup Series, and we look forward to it. Thank you.
I'll take care.